So before I could do my very first run today, I have to take care of the sheep and the chickens. So let's go do that. So the first thing to do before going for a walk or a run is to stretch really well. Stretch it out, especially if you've been sitting inside all day like I have. The sun feels good too. So today is my very first run in training for a marathon on November 14th of this year. I'm really excited about doing this. We have a very long driveway that I'm just gonna run up and down. We're at the very top of a hill, so if I run down on either side, it's a lot of fun, but then I have to run back. And running uphill is just not as much fun. Okay, here it goes. So this is my very first run in, maybe almost a year. In April of last year, I ran a half marathon in Rochester. And in 2013, I ran a half marathon in New York City. That's about it. And by run, you know, running is relative to the definition of running. I actually really enjoy running. I find it really meditative and therapeutic. I feel like I can work out a lot of stuff in my head while I'm running. And all the worries of the day, especially around how things are right now with the pandemic, don't seem so daunting when you're running. Our driveway's not that long. Every time I start running, when I haven't run for a while, my brain gets tired before anything else does. My brain tells me that my legs are tired, that I can't breathe, that I'm not gonna make it. The real trick to running, real trick to doing anything really, is to really push past that voice in your head. Just keep going. Just keep going. So I thought with each run we could have some sort of theme or question that I answer and invite you to answer. What do you think about that? That's a rhetorical question because you're not on a live video. Whew. Half mile mark. Gonna go and walk for a minute. I know I can keep going, but I'm gonna give myself this. It's my first day back. Easy does it. As they say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. All right, so the question I have for you is, do you remember the first time that you learned about what transgender means? I remember the first time I did. I was in college at Mount Holyoke, which is a women's college of Massachusetts, and we were hanging out at like the queer culture house. It was our first year. I think it might have been in the first 2 months of getting there, and watching some really terrible coming of age 80s movie about a young gay teen. It was really very, very bad. People were just passing around books. And someone handed me this book of black and white photos, and I was just kind of glancing through it. I wasn't really paying attention, and I realized that there were all these photos of a very sculpted, naked man. And I was just like, what is this? What am I looking at? I saw that it was called Body Alchemy by Lauren Cameron. I just knew, without knowing, that word that was being used to describe these men in this book were me. and I had never heard that word before. I had never heard transgender before growing up in Southeast Texas. And when I read about those guys, it was like someone shed light into my life for the first time and hit me with a battering ram simultaneously. It was intense. All right, I'm gonna keep running now. Learning about trans saved my life. It helped me realize the fullness of life that I could have being my truest self. What a gift. So what about you? When did you first learn about the word transgender or what it means to be trans? What did it mean to you? All right, just completed my very first mile. 1 mile in 11 minutes and 22 seconds. Nothing to laugh at. I feel pretty good about that. First one in almost a year. But also, it's not about how fast I go, and it's not about weight that I lose or anything like that. To me, it's about the commitment to getting up off my butt to do something for myself and do something for others. And so for me, this is first mile out of 1,300 that I'm going to clock in the next 200 days. Think I can do it? Support me. Pledge a donation to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute or the Trans Justice Funding Project. You can click on the link to make a pledge. Really appreciate it. Every mile counts. You want to go a little step further? Join me. Let's do this together. You could do it, even if you don't run a full marathon. Set for November 14th. It's 200 days away. Not very long, I know. It's not about finishing the marathon. It's about just getting up and doing the work for yourself and for someone else. So you want to give it a shot? Let's do it. Let's keep each other accountable. We'll support each other. We'll root each other on. You want to do something and not run? Can't run? No problem. This is not about ableism. Do whatever it is that you are excited about doing. That project you've been putting off, that hobby you've been wanting to pick up, that art you've been wanting to make. Let's do it together. This is the time. Now is the time. Today is the day. All right. That's it for today, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.